Yo, Gemstar in the building was good, was good. I'm up here rushing in and out, I decided to just give y'all a little quick food for thought. It's my day off from going out tonight, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, meeting with a bunch of friends, You know what I'm saying? Go to a little lounge or something like that. Never had, really chilled out like that in a little minute, you know what I mean? So, I decided to just give y'all a little food for thought before I get up out of here, you know what I mean? The people on my way, so I'm getting picked up, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to drive tonight, you know how I go. Yeah, man. Anyway, R.I.P. Anthony Johnson, man. You know what I'm saying? Ezell from Friday, man. R.I.P. to him. We lost another one, man. Ice Cube, I hope you own the rights to Friday, man, because so many greats that made that movie are passing away, man. Ezell, Debo, Pop, that other lady who said, come on, sister, whatever name. She passed. Yo, man, I hope you own the rights to Friday because ain't gonna be no next Friday, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, so many heads passing away, bro. No, that's a super classic. Nobody gonna want to see a remake or a whole new cast. That's gonna be whack. You know what I'm saying? If you do something like that, that's gonna be garbage. You know? So please try to get the rights to that, man. Fight, do whatever you gotta do, man, to get the rights to that if you don't have it. Because we can't go out like that, man. I wish that the cast members from Friday got their just due. You know what I mean? Got they just do with their payment or the other stuff, because that was a classic movie. Nobody expected, or they didn't expect at the time to make the type of money they made, and all these bridges being burnt, false promises for when it came down to the sequels and all other stuff. That brings up another topic, which could be the main topic before we get up out of here, is never bite the hand that feeds you, yo. Yeah. Never bite the hand that feeds you. Facts. Facts. That goes for friends, partners, family members, especially family members. Because y'all feel like y'all obligated, y'all privileged, and you niggas is supposed to look out for you just because of the fact that y'all blood. And yeah, y'all right. You're supposed to be looking out for one another, but when it comes down to other people trying to get over and take other people for granted, you know what I'm saying? Especially if God put in that person's life to bless you. God found enough grace on your body and your soul to use another person to bless you, to help you out your rut and your situation. And here you are going to play yourself and bite the hand that feeds you, meaning you're going to take for granted everything that person did for you. Okay? And when you finally get on your feet and you got ways to pay back and you don't, especially if you borrow money, that's how you burn bridges. And that's how you live by yourself. We all go through ups and downs. You know what I mean? But when you bite the hand that feeds you, like, for example, someone gave you money, like I said, and you need it for rent or whatever. And then you got the money to pay back, and especially if you said you're going to pay back and you don't, that's grimy, yo. Especially somebody found heard when that you got money and you came up and you don't acknowledge that person, you just overlook that person, you keep pushing, like that person never did nothing for you, like you always was on top. Yeah, you gonna have a hard fall on that one. Facts. I know there's one person, me and my boy a while ago was talking about that we grew up with, He's a little younger than us, but he was a grimy individual, you know what I'm saying? And he just came home, meaning came home from prison, and he needed bread, because he had a family, he had a wife and kids and all that stuff, and he had no finances because he's just coming home. And his own immediate circle didn't help him out or couldn't help him out at the time, and he was supposed to be down and out. So another person who was not even the same era as him, age bracket, whole nother crew, whole nother clique, whatever, just heard about the situation, told him to reach out to him. And dude was out of state on top of that. Dude called him up, heard about the situation, and blessed him with more than enough off the strength that I know you know the family, anything like that, and I'm gonna look out for you. You know what I mean? Dude got the money, came around his own media circle, his friends or whatever. Took my hand, paying that dude back. I was just testing to see if you're gonna give me the money. He's fronting, lying, what other stuff. That's grimy, yo. That's snake. That's grimy. You know? Didn't look out from there, hook him up, and now look, dude got locked up again. You know? But before he got locked up, I heard a dude who gave him the money was like, yo, I heard all that stuff you said because the people that you're talking about, they went and told me. Caught him off guard with that. He was like, yo, it's whatever, whatever. You know what I mean? All right, keep that same energy. It's whatever, whatever then, right? Dude got locked up, down and out, trying to get home, trying to need money for commissary, whatever. Look, he left out of nowhere. Nobody coming to his aid. Stuff like that, man. That's biting the hand that feeds you. Family members, if you got an individual, knowing your situation when you homeless, you ain't got no job, or if you got a job and you don't got enough money to pay your own rent, and you dependent on another person for a room or something like that, and that person let you in, and you work and you don't contribute with no rent, that's a problem all by itself. If he came in agreement like, yo, just give me $200 or give me $400 for the month, you can't even do that. The minute you get paid, you want to try to go out of town, or you want to try to go to a club or do what you want to do and act like you ain't got it, or you just keep taking for granted like, oh, I didn't get enough. Yo, I got short, this, that, and the third, and I need for this, and this, and this. He may let you slide on something like that, but if you don't even attempt to try to pay what you owe, that's problems. That's biting the hand that feeds you. You know what I mean? Or if you ain't got no job and you stay with the crib, if you got a job or not, it doesn't even matter. If a dude got a certain, or a person got a certain way they live in that home, and he expect a home to be maintained the way his wishes is, respect that person's wishes. If he don't want you smoking this crib, don't smoke in this crib. Simple and plain. Don't wait till he leave and you smoking in a separate room with the windows open, blowing it out. And that's disrespect. That's disrespect. Or if he come home and the house ain't maintained, at least maintain the house. Now, if you're gonna be in there, don't be laying around like you broke JJ and Michael up in there, laying on his couches, laying all in his room, in the kids' room or something like that, or in the guest room, and the kitchen is dirty, but the food that you ate, garbage never taken out, the dishes never done, and you laying around and expect a handout or expect that dude to come home from work and bring groceries in there for you to feed your fat. Come on, that's disrespect all by itself. No, a person shouldn't have to tell you that. That's just common sense. If that person needs the house clean, you in there, I don't care if he's not related to you or not. If you grown or not, clean the house up. You know what I mean? Don't just buy food just for yourself. Contribute to the household. Especially you got kids and you watching the kids about a person at work. Contribute to the whole house. Contribute to the house. Don't feed your fat face and let the other kids look there starving just because they ain't related to you or whatever. If that person looked out for you, look out for him and show appreciation the same way. Food should be contributed to everybody. If you don't got it like that, then don't eat around people while people need to starve. You know what I'm saying? Keep the house clean. They should be coming home and tripping over your funky clothes and your garbage all over the place. And you laying around, especially you ain't paying rent. That's biting the hand that feeds you. And you deserve everything you get by getting out to buy the house, because sooner or later people will get tired of your mess and they're going to kick your ass out of there. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to be laying in the street somewhere. That's straight facts. That's biting the hand that feeds you. You know? That's just ultimate disrespect. You know? Another thing which is disrespectful, which I don't like, which is a form of biting the hand that feeds you. Say, for example, it's two of y'all. Y'all got spouses. You got a spouse. You got a wife, or a wife got a husband or whatever, and you got kids or whatever the scenario may be. When it comes down to disciplining your kids, right? Whoever's disciplining your kids or lecturing your kids, however you may call it, right? If the other person disagree on what that person's saying to the kid, Don't argue and express your disagreement in front of that kid. Go to a private room, close the door, and work your situation out behind closed doors until you come to an agreement. And then come to the kid when you're both on one accord. You don't argue and show disrespect and lash out and show all that pride and whatever issues or past issues you want to find an opportunity to take it out right then and there in front of the kid. That's discord, that's dysfunction, and that's disrespect. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes divorce happen. That's what makes people leave you because of stuff like that. Or vice versa. You know, especially if the other spouse ain't even there helping out in certain ways because of the job or whatever obligations may be. You know what I mean? They ain't there, another person, and you got somebody in your life that's willing to take up the mantle. Don't gotta be a husband or whatever. And look out for your kid and teach them right from wrong. And especially in the teenage years, the adolescent years, when those kids are rebellious and they feel like you ain't gotta say or you can't tell them nothing and they smell themselves and they want to challenge. A lot of time, women, you need that man to put that foot down in there, especially when you're dealing with boys. Yes, there's ways of everything and how to handle it without it going out of control, but you got to be on one accord. Because that person, you're going to make the other person leave and you handle it yourself, especially if you're overwhelmed and then you stuck. That's another form of biting the hand that feeds you. Parents, stop trying to be a friend to your kids. You know what I'm saying? Granting them their every wishes. You know, no kind of discipline. No nothing. They can do whatever they want, bring whatever females or boys in their house, and you trying to be their friend. You think you gaining that way by trying to be in their cool side like that, but it's going to come bite you. It's going to come haunt you in the end. Because that person going to disrespect you. Take your car, come out, all forms of disrespect, challenge your authority because they think you weak and they think you soft. And they're going to take everything for granted what you're saying, and it'll be too late. Put your foot down, balance it out. But that's another way, man, because things come back to haunt you. And you're going to find out the hard way when you do things like that. You know what I mean? Bottom line is, man, give people their crowns, give people their acknowledgement before it's too late as well. You know what I'm saying? If someone looked out for you, make sure you find ways to pay that person back. If that person offended you, you offended that person or whatever. The secret to success in life, the secret to have peace in your life is to forgive one another. Apologize even if you feel you're not wrong. Humble yourself. Kill the pride and apologize, even if you're feeling wrong, just to make peace. Peace surpasses all understanding. You don't gotta buck up and challenge every little thing. You know what I'm saying? Peace, man. Peace go a long way. You know? When you got peace in your life, everything is cool. When you go forgive, from offenses, past oughts, and everything like that, and strife and bitterness, you can forgive that individual, try to work it out. You know what I mean? While they on this earth, because a lot of people leaving this earth in crazy ways and unexpected ways, man. More and more people dying left and right every day. You know? You don't want to live in regret when you could work. You don't want to live off an offense with somebody, especially if it's a loved one. Try to work it out before it's too late. Write out your wrongs before it's too late. You never know when you're going to see that person again. That's a whole fact. You don't want to live in misery and regret and sorrow. Talking about I coulda, shoulda, woulda. My family, Toya, the kids, I love all y'all. And if I offended any one of y'all, I apologize. You know what I mean? You can talk to me anytime. I apologize for all my stuff. Manny, Daniel, if I offended y'all in a lot of ways, I know I'm offended because I'm human. I make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Parents mess up. You know what I mean? Talk to me, though. Don't hold it in your heart. You can always talk to me. See me all the time. Talk to me. Let me know what's going on. You know what I mean? Pray for me. Pray for your enemies. When you pray for your enemies, a lot of stress, a lot of drama leaves your life. You don't start. Your youth will be renewed. You got peace in your mind. You got a sound mind. You happy. You got burdens lift off when you do that. You know what I mean? Burdens lift off when you do that. That's the secret of removing a lot of hurt and burdens. When you can forgive, I don't care what the thing is. Pray and forgive. Prayer and forgiveness and apologies goes a long way. How you gonna ask God to forgive you, but you can't forgive somebody else for what they did wrong? That don't make any sense. You want God to find mercy and favor in your life? Sometimes doors can open when you learn to forgive. You could go through a lot of boundaries you couldn't do before. You could mend in relationships you couldn't do before. You win more friendships, you win more because you have a different aura about yourself. You have a different spirit. They see a different, you look bright, you look renewed. You know? Like you just got off a vacation or something. When those burdens lift off, that's worth more than the best vacation anywhere in this earth. Peace is better than any kind of vacation you could pay for. Sometimes you may have to isolate yourself just to get that peace. A lot of people is not meant to be in your life. Even in relationships. A lot of people aren't meant to be in your life. That's what counseling is meant to be there for. Counseling with whatever you believe in. You gotta be on equally yoked. You gotta be on one accord with one another. You gotta recognize those that are trying to misuse you, mistreat you, all that stuff. You gotta look out for the selfish intent of an individual. That saves you a lot of unnecessary drama, a lot of unnecessary finances wasted, a lot of unnecessary headaches in your life. You know? You'll know, you know what I'm saying? You'll see when you experience that, but it only takes Christ, Jesus Christ, to give you that peace. Only Christ can give you that peace. This world, bars, hookah lounges, all that stuff can't give you the type of peace God can. Can't give you that type of feeling God can. You know, no drug can give you that type of freedom or to get stress out of your life other than God. God is your ultimate high. His love, His grace, His mercy. That's what you want to abide by. We need to practice that every day in our life. That way we could be free in our mind, in our soul. You know what I mean? You won't be bound in so much stuff, so much drama. And it takes time to get into that mentality. The first way and the first method to get into that mentality is first isolation. Isolation is a benefit in your life. When you isolate yourself, again, I said this before, it is a major benefit where you know your flaws, first of all. You know your pitfalls. You know your weaknesses. You can recognize your cravings. You can recognize all of that stuff by isolating yourself. You know all of that stuff about yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you isolate yourself, you know those who are there for you sincerely and those who aren't. You know what I mean? You can tell who's there to try to use you or have selfish gain or selfish ambitions about you, for you. All of that stuff from isolation. It saves you from drama. It saves you from all kinds of gossip, falsely accused. It saves you from beef, unnecessary beef because of your affiliations you with. It saves you from money being lost and missing or stolen or robbed just by isolating yourself. It saves you from the prison by hanging around affiliations you ain't supposed to be around. Even for the workforce, the same thing. All of that stuff. You know what I mean? When you isolate yourself, get to know yourself and become one with God so you can recognize your strengths and your weaknesses. You know what I mean? That helps you as a person to become more of a leader. You won't be confined to peer pressure. Strengthen your weaknesses. Don't live off of everybody else's influence. Even these fads and whatever that's out there. Everything ain't meant for everybody. Get to know yourself. It saves you a whole lot of headache. It saves you a whole lot of drama. It saves you a whole lot of trouble. You know what I mean? I'm telling you. It's a whole fact. But learn to give people crowns and appreciation while you alive and while you on this earth, man. You don't want to live misery and regret talking about coulda, woulda, shoulda. You know what I mean? Write off each other's wrongs, man. You'll have a wonderful life. You have a way better life than what you think you have now. Everybody's not for you. Learn to stand alone, stand apart from the crowd. It's the crowd that's going to get you caught up in some drama you don't need to be in. All by affiliations. People die every day and being locked up every day by affiliating themselves with other people. It's going to, I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? No matter what side of the fence, either for the positive, for the religious, or the negative. You know what I'm saying? Isolation is not loneliness. Loneliness is two different things, okay? That's all I'm saying, man. But my family, Toya, I love you. Regardless of what. Toya, Danny, Manny, regardless of what. We family, we always going to remain family. Ain't nothing tearing us apart. Ain't nothing tearing us apart. You know what I mean? If I offend any one of y'all, forgive me, and I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? And